Hello, it's me again. Welcome back to another episode of Question Time. And this time, the hot topic of the day is, wait for it, the dissertation. Dum da da da. Are you stressed? Are you worried about where you're going to come up with a dissertation idea? Well, I sympathize. When I was doing my PhD, one of the most popular t-shirts worn around Oxford was a cartoon character, and right on the front it said, "Don't ask me," you guessed it, about my dissertation. But seriously, you really don't have to be stressed. It's a good moment already to begin to think about ideas. But remember, this is just a beginning. So how do you come up with an idea? Well, for starters, you simply want to be aware of the dissertation and to begin to think, what interests me? What about my current courses really excites me? Is there a particular week's topic you're interested in, for instance? Is there a particular reading you're interested in? Did you hear something in a public lecture and it excited you? Did you hear something and you really disagreed with it? Often that's an interesting beginning of an idea. You really want to be thinking about this and starting to make notes. If you were able to attend our first EI Network lunch, you will have heard Bradley say to you, he began keeping a little notebook, which he called his dissertation idea notebook, already. He took it around wherever he went. Every time something occurred to him, he wrote in it. And at the end of the day, he said, I did something completely different, but I had lots of different ideas that were part of my journey towards the final dissertation I developed. So my big advice for today is begin to be aware of ideas, begin to think about your interests, begin to think about it in your courses, and begin to have your conversations with your advisors and with your instructors. I'm starting to get people coming into my office. They don't just want my chocolates, they do want to have these conversations with me, and I'm really enjoying it. And I know that my colleagues are looking forward to having those conversations as well. So go to our office hours, ask us about your ideas, get our feedback, begin to think about it. It's early days, but just to give you fair warning, when you come back after Christmas, we begin in earnest to gear up for the dissertation process. It's during the Lent term that you are going to have your supervisor allocated. It's during the Lent term that you're going to put together your initial draft topic proposal. It's over that break in the spring that you're going to be writing a 2,500 word prospectus on an aspect of your dissertation that you'll develop with your dissertation supervisor. It's at the start of summer term where you're going to get written feedback and a great conversation on the prospectus with your supervisor. Then you're going to forget all about it because you've got exams. But once they're over, your dissertation supervisor is going to be here, going to be open for further conversations and questions right through until the end of June. And then after that, we open up our dissertation surgeries, staffed by our postdoctoral fellows and our senior PhD students, people who you've already been getting to know in your classes. Previous years, for instance, this has been Joseph Downing, it's been Julian Horner, and again, it will be those similar sorts of characters coming up for you in the dissertation surgeries. You can Skype into them. It's all done virtually, wherever you are in the world. Remember, at that first EI Network lunch, Bradley also said he wrote his on holiday somewhere far off. I think it was in Vietnam, probably on the beach. I didn't ask that question. But again, you can Skype in from wherever you are and you can get the feedback that you need to really help you in that final period of dissertation writing. So it's the beginning. It's all about the idea. You're going to think about ideas in your classes. You're going to think about ideas in the events that you're listening to, the public lectures, and you're going to start having those conversations with me, with my colleagues, with each other. And at the end of the day, you're going to have a great idea. Thanks very much.